Hello everyone, hope all are doing and studying well. This is the second video of physics of class 6th. We were doing chapter 6 magnetism. Some part of the chapter was explained in the previous video. In this video you will get the further explanation of the chapter. In the previous video we completed till page 79. So now onwards we are starting from page number 80. When we start this page, at the first only we get an activity. The activity is about the magnetic objects and non-magnetic objects. In the previous video I explained you what are magnetic substances, means the substances which gets attracted towards a magnet, and non-magnetic substances are the substances which do not get attracted towards the magnet. So the activity is about this magnetic and non-magnetic objects only. What you have to do here, collect various objects which you use in your daily life, classify these objects as magnetic or non-magnetic depending upon whether they are being attracted by a magnet or not. So you have to keep in mind or collect some of the daily used objects and you have to classify them whether they are magnetic or non-magnetic objects and to write them in these lines. You can do this activity in the book itself. Let us now start the explanation portion. Today we are going to start with the characteristic of a magnet. Here you have the characteristics of a magnet. What are the characteristics or the features of a magnet? A magnet has two characteristics. First, when a magnet is suspended freely, it always rests in a specific, or you can say north-south direction. Means when you suspend a magnet freely, it will always adjust itself in a specific direction, and this direction will always be north to south direction. This is the first property of a magnet. Second is it attracts small pieces of iron. This you know very well that a magnet attracts small pieces of iron. These properties are further explained with the example of some activity. Let us now see the first one. In the first one, what they are doing, first activity is when a magnet is suspended freely, it always rests in a specific direction. This is the explanation of this property of this characteristic. What is to be done here? You have to suspend a magnet with a silk thread from a wooden stand. You can see in the picture, this is the wooden stand and a magnet is suspended with using a thread here, a silk thread. Now when you will suspend it freely, the magnet will start to swing. It will swing for some time, and after some time it will come to rest. And what you will notice that it comes to rest in a specific direction, and the direction will be north-south. As you can see here, this direction will be north-south direction. So by this you can get to know where is the north direction and where is the south direction. And if you again disturb the magnet, means if you will touch it with your hand, it will again start swinging, and after some time it will again come to rest, and while it comes to rest, the direction will again be the same. So with this property, it is clear that a magnet always rests in north-south direction. This diagram is also given here. Now, the end of the magnet which point towards the north is called north pole. Means that a magnet has two ends, okay, and one end which is pointing towards the north will be called as north pole, and the end which is pointing towards the south will be known as the south pole. So a magnet has two poles, one is north, second is south pole. And north and south pole we used to mark these poles with letters capital N and capital S respectively. Means North Pole with capital N and South Pole with capital S. Sometimes a red dot is etched on the magnet at the North Pole. Sometimes you will see magnets are painted red on the North Pole side. So this characteristic, by the help of this characteristic, we can find the geographic direction of the earth, because a magnet always rests in north-south direction. By suspending it freely, we can easily get to know which is the north direction and which is the south direction. After this comes the second characteristic, and it is that a magnet attracts small pieces of iron. If a bar magnet is brought near small iron nails, it is observed that most of the nails cling near the end of the magnet. So what you will do, if you will try to bring small pieces of iron towards a bar magnet, what we will see, the nails, iron nails will get attached to the magnet at the end, and very few nails cling near the middle. As you can see in the picture as well, at the ends the number of iron nails are more, but in the middle they are less. So what does it show? It clearly tells us that in a bar magnet, the magnetic property is not uniformly distributed. Means the property to attract these iron pieces is not uniform in everywhere in the bar magnet. It is maximum at the poles and minimum in the center or in the middle. And the ends of the magnet, where the magnetic property or the attracting property of the magnet is maximum, these ends are known as magnetic poles of the magnet. Now fun fact again, do you know the poles of magnet are not situated exactly at the ends, but they are located slightly inside. Means just at the ends are not the pole, they are slightly inside the end. The two poles of the magnet are North Pole and South Pole. Now coming to the next page, page 81, are the properties of magnets. So here we have two properties of magnets. One is that like poles repel and unlike pole attract. Means same pole they repel each other and different poles they attract each other. This is also explained with the help of the activity. And second one is pole exist in pair. This is also explained with the help of an activity. So let us read them in detail. First one, like poles repel and unlike poles attract. Two like poles, like means same, whether it is north and north or south and south. They will repel each other, means they will move each other away from themselves. And two unlike poles mean one north and one south, they will always attract each other. Now let us see with the help of the activity 2. In this activity what we have done, we have taken two bar magnets A and B. Suspend one magnet A with a silk thread from a support so that it is free to swing. The magnet will come to rest in north-south direction. The north pole of the magnet is in the north direction and the south pole of the magnet is in the south direction. So first what you have to do, that you were doing in previous one, that you will suspend a bar magnet with a wooden support. You will suspend it freely. When it will come to rest, it will adjust itself in north-south direction. You will get to know the north pole and the south pole. Now holding the other magnet B in your hand, you will take another magnet B in your hand, and what you will do, you will bring the north pole of B towards the north pole of A. And what you will observe, that the suspended magnet A will move away from the magnet that you have in your hand. Here, when you will bring this magnet close to this, the suspended one, and you are having the north pole towards the north pole of this. You will observe that this suspended magnet will move towards this side, means it will move away from the magnet that is in your hand, and it shows clearly that like poles, they repel each other. Now what you will do, now you will take it away, your hand, you will take it away. Now you will change the pole of the magnet. You will take the south pole this time at one end, and you will try to bring the south pole close to the north pole of the suspended magnet. What you will observe? You will observe that this north pole will get attracted towards this south pole, and this property shows that unlike poles of magnet attract each other. Do you know, when a piece of iron is brought near one end of a magnet, an opposite pole is induced on the near face of the iron piece. Means when one iron piece get attracted towards a magnet, the iron itself induce means produce a opposite pole. Means if the north pole is attracted, this is the iron and this is your magnet, and you are having north pole here. So in this iron, a south pole will be generated itself, and because they are unlike poles, so they will attract each other. And earth itself, second one, earth itself behave like a magnet with its magnetic north in geographic south and magnetic south in geographic north. Our earth itself is also behave like a magnet. Its north is in the geographic south, means its north is in the geographic south, and its south, the south of the earth, is in geographic north, means north and south is attracting each other. So when a magnet is freely suspended, due to attraction between the unlike pole, the north pole of the suspended magnet rests in geographic north, where there is a magnetic south pole of the earth's magnet. Now second property, that is pole exist in pairs. There is never single pole, means a magnet will not have only north pole, neither it will have only south pole. It will always have NS, means north also and south also. Okay, now let's read it with the help of an activity. Magnetic poles always exist in pairs. It is not possible to separate the two poles. If you will take a bar magnet and it is broken at the middle in two parts, so earlier the bar magnets that you took was having north and south pole, and if you will break it into two parts, it is not like that only north pole will remain here and south will remain here. No, when you will break it from between, one south pole will get generated here and one north pole will get generated here. This will continue if you will keep on breaking this magnet again and again. This is also shown here in the picture. This was an bar magnet, this is the south pole, this is the north pole. When you break it from between, so here one north pole generated, here one south generated. Similar process here it is happening and here also, and it will continue no matter how many parts you break it into. So this shows that poles always exist in pairs, means north and south pole exist simultaneously. Now from the properties that we have just read, we conclude that, what is the conclusion? First one is that a magnet attracts small pieces of iron. Second, magnet always rests in north-south direction when we suspend it freely. Third, like poles of the magnet repel each other, and unlike poles of the magnet attract each other. And the fourth one is poles of a magnet exist in pair. Pair means pair of north and south. So these were the properties of the magnet. So for today's video, till here we are going to study. Rest we will do in the next video. Till then, study well. Take care.